Where do I stand?
Yeah, the second screen, yeah. Wonderful, go for it.
3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone. Before I tell you about our app, let me start with a story. So most of you here know about SOAS's ongoing recycling program. This is Sunima. This is the child across your neighbor that you always compare yourself to. Your parents look up to him, you want to be him. And I think many of you are him, but this is who I am. So I'm Linanma. Our score is quite bad right now, and we are not recycling that well, which is a clear visual representation of our problem. So why does this happen? To understand this, me and my teammates this weekend went dumpster diving. We went across 3 localities in Oulu to actually look at the dustbins. So you can see that there are clear instructions here, like no shoes, but then right below the instruction there are shoes. And someone has also left clothes here. Here you can see that someone is confused, like, oh, where should I throw these larger complex items? So they have just left it here. With cardboard, there are plastic bags, and with tin and can also there is plastic. So this is a real problem, and it's very visual, and you probably see it every time when you go to throw something. So the problem statement that we are focusing on is that Finland is currently not meeting its recycling target for 2025, and housing companies lose money daily. So this is what we are trying to solve. And you can see that this is actually a problem because it is more expensive to recycle mixed waste than sorted waste. And also because we don't meet the recycling rate like target, we have to pay more fines later. So you're also losing your own money. So we thought, is it really just us talking trash, or is it an actual problem that you guys feel too? So we actually spoke to our customer, who is going to be student housing and private housing societies. We reached out to SOAS and we asked them, does incorrect sorting actually create measurable costs for you? And their management told us that, yeah, it does. And also we reached out to private housing, where people lend their apartments, and we understood that they also have to pay larger amounts when people don't recycle correctly. So our problem is both a monetary and environmental issue. We also reached out to end users this weekend. We validated, we asked you guys questions and made you play quizzes, and you also realized that maybe you're not so good at recycling as you thought. We also sent out a survey where we got 55 responses, but we had to close it early, and I'm sure if we had left it for longer, we would probably have reached 100. This is one question where people didn't have to respond, but we still got 32 responses, and you can see people want more awareness, maybe English, and also better signage across these instructions. So this is where our app comes in. We are trying to make recycling something fun and like a gamified experience. We also have our lucky mascot Sorty here to make it fun for you. So what are our features? We asked you this weekend, like, what would you like? Most people said that they need clear sorting guides, and we delivered it. So we are going to give you a visual sorting guide with multiple languages so you don't feel excluded, and also an AI scanner, which is our unique value proposition, where if you're confused and standing in front of a bin, you just pull out the scanner, search it up, and it tells you which item the trash goes into. And you can actually try this out later in our app. We also understood that many of you here like a gamified interface, so we actually built a game. You can play it and also have streaks and a scoreboard so you can compare your scores across cities. We are also adding rewards and coupons, which will help us create partnerships and develop a positive association with our app. And this map shows the nearest recycling points. This was not something we were going for, but when we spoke to you, we understood that people actually want this feature, so we added it for you. These are also some potential partners you can see, like for example, Osako, University Cafeteria, SOAS, Business Oulu, City of Oulu. They can endorse us and it would really help us. Our business model is that residents use us for free and organizations pay because they're actually saving money. These are a lot of costs, and we have actually divided it based on our users and target. And our numbers work because we think that by using our app and actually recycling better, you could have 20 to 30% lower waste management costs, and also we project 80% gross margin at scale. And this is an example of a B2G business model which was actually implemented in Italy, and it actually worked. They were able to meet their recycling target, and we are kind of taking inspiration from them, but it doesn't actually exist in Finland yet. So we have also added more features and made it more interesting for you to use. Well, this is the brains behind the bin. We range from business to tech, and you can see that we also have someone in the middle, and we are a very passionate team, and we would really like you to support us. Going ahead, these are the things we need. This is the expense for pilot, growth, and scale. We are also using local AI source, so we don't have any costs. You can also scan us. Thank you so much.
Judges, let's hand the mic over to them. Start with the
This is a big issue, and I see the real need for this idea. How are you going to implement? How are you going to break this implement through some Facebook activity? So, what is your target for marketing?
Firstly, thank you for your question. And our basic idea is that SOAS is currently already doing this recycling challenge, but it's not so digital. So we were thinking of offering it as a pilot program in the beginning. So that's how we will get our initial users. Like our first initial users will come from SOAS. We offer it for free for the first 4 months. And then that's how we gain our customers. And if they notice that it's actually making an impact, then we would like to continue.
Thank you for your pitch. Like Esko said, it's a really important topic and an actual problem. I think you guys did your research really well. And well, my question to you is that you mentioned this one competitor from Italy. How will you guys be better?
Good question. I think the unique value that we provide in comparison to them, at least in terms of features, is that we have this AI scanner, which they don't have yet. And I don't think that's a widely used feature in these kind of apps so far. And another thing is that they are only B2G, so they only sell to the governments and municipalities. Whereas we are targeting more along with the governments, we are also targeting housing associations, and that would of course help us increase our revenue and also reach a wide variety of people, and maybe even give each of these housing associations very tailored app for them. We can tailor it for them. That's what we want.
I'm curious, do the housing associations have to pay more money when there's trash, bad trash?
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
they have to pay extra, and the mixed waste is most expensive than trash collection. Like,
Okay.
Thank you very much. Good presentation, addressing a need that is absolutely there. You had done your validation. I would love to see a bit more validation, and I would as well love to see a bit more of like other competitors and stakeholders that you could work with. For example, Oulu here in Oulu, and other companies that do something similar there. What I think you could concentrate on is as well a bit of an education model for people using the app and using the service that you're providing. And the last point is like roadmap. What is your roadmap?
I think one thing I want to address is the education part. I agree, maybe we could have it more, but like we already have many features regarding. There's one feature which is just for learn. So they have the guidance in animated format, and also the quizzes and the games, they are quite educational in themselves. So while playing, you know how you usually play games just to waste time. You can play these games, and after some time, without even realizing, it becomes a habit because you've been doing it so constantly.
yeah, like if you make wrong choices in the games, it will tell you what you did wrong and where it would go, like for like waste sorting game.
And
That's
it's also on the prototype, so you can
Yeah,
try
so
it
you
out.
can actually try that.
play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as for roadmap, I think we first start with housing associations like student housing, and then we go to other bigger players, private players, and eventually even approach the government for some kind of funding, because essentially we're trying to save them money, because the fines are huge. I'm talking 10 million, 100 millions of euros that they pay yearly in fines. So I guess they could get funding from them and grow it, maybe even expand out of Finland. Once it gets successful, then we scale up.
Yeah, but again, this needs data, and
Yeah.
pilot programs and all that is needed to like
Absolutely.
Small
spread
steps.
out. Yeah.
And we reach there.
Small wins.
Yeah, small
Yeah.
things.
Cool. Any other questions?
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Give them a hand.
Okay, next up we have Guide Me.
guys. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, good morning, good evening everyone. I'm Newman. I have a red hair. And also I have a business idea. To have a business idea, we need to have a problem. This is our problem. I have experienced some bad experiences in cities while I was traveling. As example, in Rovaniemi there is taxi scams, and also in Paris there are people are pickpocketing and try to scam you. When you are traveling, beforehand you are searching for recommendations. Google is giving too many, and there are reviews also in the TripAdvisor, Booking.com area. But how can we trust them? Sometimes there are fake reviews also, and there is one big issue. It is trust. We need to address this issue, and also for the travel authorities. As example, there is travel authorities like Visit Oulu, Visit Finland, and different Visit Paris. This kind of authorities, they are promoting come to visit our city, but how they know people got the bad experience or good experience? They don't have idea, and we are making solution for this, and it is our platform making trust between cities and the travelers. As example, if you are traveling to a city, you need to have trustful travel experience. Then you will be a good ambassador for the city. If you have bad experience, you will be a bad experience ambassador for the city. For that we made, and also from this platform, cities are getting one advantage, because they are getting travelers' behaviors data. I can say like what is the advantage of the data? They can have idea about how many travelers have visited last year, last winter, how they behaved, where they went, how much they are willing to spend, and like they can, based on this data, they can recommend new travel experiences to the travelers. So it is big data is big asset for city authorities. And I have one question for you. If you are traveling to new city, what you are going to do? It is Ask Me. Like we have our platform, we have what called Ask Me. Before, like as example I told in the beginning, before we are traveling, we are looking into Google where to go. From our platform, you can ask me before you travel. And also during the travel, if you face some issue, you can ask from our about what kind of problem you have. And those kind of data is going to the city. And after the travel also, cities can get the feedback, what kind of experience these travelers have. The cities can improve their travel experiences. And like next one, like as 100 years ago, Henry Ford says, no, there is no sales, there is no business. And our business, we are targeting 200 big cities in Europe. It is our business model. And also we have another 3 options, like free of charge version for the travelers, and someone who likes to spend little money, they have another option with some facilities, and premium option. They will have some guidance and premium package. But this free version, it is not free, because cities are getting the data. They can analyze and they can predict and they can plan the next year. As example, last winter, Rovaniemi has had big problem. They couldn't manage their workload. They can use this kind of solution for them. And we have validated this idea with around 50 people sample, because we had limited time, but some of them are willing to buy premium packages also. It is kind of one advantage. And finally, I have one question. If you are going to travel for new city, what you are going to do? Ask me. And we have live version. You can follow this QR and experience our system. And if you have any question, ask me.
Go ahead. Who would like it?
This.
Oh, that's good.
All right, thank you guys. Awesome pitch, nice visual presentation you had there. And it was a really interesting topic because I love traveling and I always struggle in finding the best places to see and restaurants, etc. Well, my question is, did you have the time to explore the size of the market in this area? So the size of the market here, I'm interested.
As example, like this was like we were talking with the people. We have sent them some questions to people, and got the, but like one thing we have to say, like we for this idea we couldn't contact visit all kind of authority because we didn't have time during the weekend, but we validated with some of the travelers. Like,
yeah, the market size is, you can easily calculate that if Oulu City, Visit Oulu is willing to pay for description for 1 year, 10,000 euro or maybe 30,000 between that, they are using millions for just push market, Visit Oulu. And this is a very valuable data what they are getting, and so if you multiply 200 cities, 10,000, so you get the turnover. We didn't have any time to calculate the real market potential or market value, but our focus is Europe. We skip the USA and Trump. We focus on Europe.
Good answer.
Okay, interesting application, interesting problem. But how are you actually better than the Visit Oulu or Visit Tampere marketing team that the cities already have? What additional value do you give?
So our team, we are quite expert in this area, travel business. Example, I have been 10 years with timeshare, and I know in and out Matkailuedistämiskeskus and Visit Finland. I know the leaders. I also know a little bit about Oulu struggles, Visit Oulu. And we all know, like Mikko Salmi was thrown away. So all these cities, the biggest problem is that it is the money they are using, it is a political decision. So it goes for the city hall and they make the decision, they try to make good ones, but all these in Finland, all these Visit Kokkola, even Visit Ivala, Visit Levi, Visit Oulu, those are all behind the politician decisions. So this means that they are doing everything wrongly, like if I simplify. So that's the key point. So obviously we had to make a research and ask them what kind of tools they are already using. But without searching those cities, we cannot say thoroughly that why we are better, but we can ramp up and be much better.
I heard the one thing like for this question, like we are not the competitor cities, we are partners. Like we have to validate the data from them before recommending to the customer. Like as a traveler, who needs to be verified with the like authorities are recommending to the customer like these places are these park seats, like places to visit and what kind of experience you can get the city. Yeah, and also like it is not a kind of one-time sale. Like as example, is schools are having Wilma system for the communicate with the parents and the teachers. And the same way, city can have this kind of system to communicate with the travelers and themselves.
I would like to mention one more thing. The traveler travelers need to install many apps to follow, to like Airbnb, Google, AI, all this. So we can have all the information at a app, untrusted app, by validated through authorities.
Thank you for your pitch. I see a bit of very competitive market there, and the business model needs really to be crystallized a bit more in terms of like how you're going to make money. Just reaching out to the cities and kind of the governments is not going to cut it for you. You really need to go and do the nitty-gritty bits, like how are you going to survive if you set up the company, what is your incomings, your outgoings, and work on these parts there. Really show a business model that kind of like, in the end, shows you like, okay, this is what we are going to get out of it. And the roadmap, of course.
Cool, thank you so much, guys. Next up, we have eye aligner. Not to be mistaken with eyeliner. Eye aligner. It's kind of cool. Let's see what it's about. 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. My name is Raj and I am here to tell you about eye aligner. It's a solution to help treat lazy eye. So how many of you have blurry vision despite wearing glasses? I do. If you have this, you might have amblyopia or lazy eye. So what is amblyopia? It's a condition that arises when you have unequal vision in your eyes. That is, if one eye is stronger than the other, the brain will favor the strong eye to create images. And if this is left untreated, the visual cortex of the brain will stop responding to the weaker eye. So this is called amblyopia, and it will result in conditions like wandering eye, blurry vision, and poor depth perception. Fortunately, this can be treated, and treatment is effective if done early. There are several treatment techniques, such as eye patches, then invasive techniques like drops and surgery, but they have their problems. Then there are techniques like dioptic vision therapy games, which are FDA approved and clinically proven, but they are expensive. So when we came here, we had a clear idea about the problem and the solution, but we did not think much about the business and customer outreach. So we talked to over 30 people here who wear glasses, and what we found that there is a clear awareness gap. Most of the people are unaware about amblyopia and its effects. And most people were dissatisfied with the current treatment, including myself. I have lazy eye and I am not satisfied with the current treatments. And fortunately, most people are willing to pay like 100 to 200 euro for a treatment if the treatment is effective and convenient. We also talked to our mentors and they guided us to switch to a B2B model instead of a B2C model. So with the feedback we received, we created our MVP product, which is live, and you can try this in our website right now. It is basically a game where a blue tank is trying to shoot at red targets. You play this game wearing a blue-red glass like this, and when you wear this, your left eye will only see the red targets, and your right eye will only see the blue shooter. So basically, we are forcing our brain to coordinate both eyes. If you do this visual therapy for like 20 minutes a day, you will see visual improvements within like 2 to 3 months. So one feedback we received from our consumers is that adults prefer to combine this therapy with the activity they already do instead of playing game. For example, reading a book. For them, we created this reading tool in our website. So here we can do the training by reading your favorite book. So we split the story into red and blue words, and you have to read it wearing this glass, forcing your brain to work together. So the market is huge. There are over 300 million people globally with lazy eye, and the treatment market is worth 3 billion. There are only a few competitors, and we have some advantages over them. For example, our subscription will be considerably more affordable, and we don't need any expensive VR headsets to do the stuff. We only need these cheap blue-red glasses. And studies have shown that the treatments are more effective if done consistently. So we have ranking system and a streak reminders in our website like Duolingo to encourage our users, especially kids, to log in daily and play these games. Our another advantage is that we have this reading therapy within our website, which is unique to us. So we have a clear multi-stage business model in our head. Currently, our website is open to everybody to try our game and reading therapy. In next stage, we will collaborate with hospitals all over the world. And then, from the experience and data we learn from these two stages, we will improve ourselves. And then we will collaborate with Pode, Mehilainen, and other agencies. Then we will switch to a B2C model. So we don't expect any revenue from the first two stages. We just need data and information. Then from 2 stage onwards, we will generate revenue. For example, in second stage, we will generate revenue by a per user payment plan with our partners. Then in the final stage, we have a €100 flat rate for our customers. So that is where we start right now. Our website is live, our game is live, you can try it. And we just reached an informal agreement with a eye hospital in India to try, they agree to try our product once it's there. And that's it, meet the team. My name is Raj, and we have Digit there, and we are open to hiring more.
Thank you. Again, interesting application, interesting problem. But how are you going to protect this idea against the competition? And the second question, usually the treatment for this program is started before the school age, so before the children can read. So the idea of having something to read is not really applicable. But the first question, how do you protect this idea?
Thank you. So we don't really intend to protect the idea per se, because the idea is open for everybody to try. We are just trying to improve our experience so good that if somebody comes up with a similar approach, we still have a chance to stand against them. For example, there are websites who offer almost the same service, but personally I have tried them, but it's really boring. You will not use it for more than a week. So if I cannot do that, kids will never. And also, the reading mode is more intended for adults who don't like to play the game, because this lazy eye treatment is not just, of course, it's more efficient for kids, but it's also useful for adults, because for example, I myself was doing it a few years ago, and the story mode is more intended for adults who don't want to play the game. Yes,
Any other questions?
Thank you. It was a really interesting topic since I knew nothing about this before. Actually, Esko stole my question here, so I'm come up with a new one. I'm interested, how did you came up with this idea?
Thank you. So for me, this is very personal. I have very high-powered glasses. So I go to very expensive doctors and I wear very expensive glasses. Still, I don't have 20 by 20 vision. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I asked my doctor, okay, I have problem with my eye, but you prescribed me glasses, so it should be perfect right now. Right? Then he told me no, because there is this problem called amblyopia, and if you have this power difference, if you are not treated for this when you're a child, you will never get perfect vision, despite how good expensive glasses you wear. So then I realized, okay, then he guided me to the amblyopia treatment. I tried this, and it was boring. I tried it for like 2-3 months. There were improvements, but not that much. So I came to this because I had the same issue and I did the treatment. Then I realized I can make a better solution than this.
Thank you very much. And I'm a person who is wearing lenses, and I know a bit about like the weak eye and the strong eye there, and using mono vision with my lenses to kind of like compensate for that. It's a tough market that you're going to get into there, and I think What you should go into is more utilizing, for example, AI for data kind of scrambling and scratching and kind of like get the data there, which will help you in kind of like going and pursuing people who are going to sign up with you, for example, hospitals and the likes. The approach is good. You need to crystallize that in more details and find more data, which then will have a better base for you.
Yeah, to answer this question and the first question, so what differentiates us from them is we are trying to provide a solution which is engaging for the kids, so they can be consistent for months together, so that they can see the improvement. Also, our algorithm is kind of tracking the progress for the patients, so that doctors can see like whether they are improving or how much time extra they have to do the solution. So those kind of suggestions doctors can make.
So that leads to the next question. So your target audience are kids?
And adults.
And adults,
Mainly
okay.
kids.
And comparing that with many other apps or kind of like ideas that go against kind of like having too much screen time, how are you going to counteract that one?
Because you need at least 1 hour screen time.
So, thanks, good question. So, the kids will have 1+ hour screen time these days, regardless of if you give this treatment or not. So, if this not, they will be spending it on Instagram or TikTok. So, at least we can reduce that, you know.
All right, thank you. All right, wonderful. There we are. Okay.
Is this too?
Yeah, this one's for recording, this one's for...
Okay, makes sense. Okay. Okay, wait a second.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm Iikka Mäntylä, representing Smart Heating Blanket. We offer better sleep and recovery. I found this idea when I was developing Oulu University Hospital 2015, and actually doctors told me straight away that there's a problem that they have little gaps while warming up the patient, and they say that if the beds stay all the time warm when they are moving it, the trauma will be much less and shorter, and it's actually the bigger problem than the physical recovery itself. And while I was thinking about that it's a big, huge problem that I think that might be easy to fix that problem. So then I heard that budget for if you're doing it with health tech, it's actually you can add 1 zero to your budget. Then I was, it's way too expensive. How I get that money? So then I went to home and I was like, right now and today I was sleeping and sweating and hot. So I was like, nah, that's not nice that you have cold period and say you're not sleeping that well. So then I was figuring out that it feels like menopause. So I was like, okay, that might be actually a common problem. I can just ask, how many of you actually are feeling cold in the night? At least some of me. So I realized we have a consumer market also. So I started figuring out what's the potential there. And actually, same time, as I told you, I was diagnosed that manic depression. So it was also cure for my problem too. So it feels really personal. And here are the more where you can use it. And actually, that's our biggest competitor. This is a warm blanket, but it's not smart one. You can try it. So our solution is actually We are using flexible printable sensors, and we can actually easily from those sensors move all the data to apps and smartphones and even smartwatches. So you can easily monitor and adjust the right body temperature you want. First we are doing it automatically, later we sell you rights to, if you pay extra, that you can do it manual. Big thing in our thing is also it's washable, it's portable, it has battery backup, or you can plug in also if you need, and it's IE optimized everything data there, so you will see a lot of different results there. So our business model is we are first entering to consumer market and then to hospitals and military. This order might change depending on the cost of one item. If it's more than 200, we are going to first to straight to hospitals and military, and then the consumer market. So here is a little plan what we're gonna do next. So, and how we make money. First, blanket sales, then extra subscription fees for extra features, data and cooperating. And there's a lot of more action you can add there if you pay more. Oh, it's coming back again. I don't know why. How? Oh, sorry. My mistake then. So there's quickly the team, and we have a lot of validation from advisors. Names are there, and we managed to grow a lot team here. So we are smart heating well for better sleep and recovery, and we are looking for experts to join the team and investor and tips and hints. Thank you.
Thank you, Ika. Now for questions.
Okay, thank you. Again, very interesting. I'm so smart that when I want to get warm, I go under my wife's blanket. But
I don't know if that works at the hospital.
What makes this smart? Can you explain a little bit more what you mean by smart? How does it regulate or change the temperature, whatever you want to change? Wow.
So ideas, we have those sensors which can actually they can actually measure easily temperature, pains or movements, breathing, heart rate, and then you can get it in an app. So normally first we started automate my process that you can just follow there and put there and follow my temperature. And then you, if you wanna upgrade it, so you can put it that I want it cold in the morning or hot in the morning and whatever you want from it. And because IE, we can actually give you a lot of different kind of graphics and showing that how is your sleep. So we are close to that smartphones and ordering thing. So we might cooperate with them, but many people say that they don't want to wear anything on when they are sleeping. They're happy to, if they have a cover which do the same thing. And many women, wives, as you mentioned, don't like this fridge watch because they might scrap her a little bit. And this is portable, that's the big thing. So power backup can be battery or plug-in, so like military cases and hospitals is handy when you are transferring patients and like that.
Other questions?
All right, thank you for the presentation. I started to think that I actually have the opposite problem. Usually I need to open the window before going to sleep because I'm feeling so warm, so I started to think that if you could cool the blanket, that would be really cool. But so my question, What kind of competition do you face? Could you tell us a little bit more about the competition, please?
Good question, because I have already researched that much that cooling down, because normally it's on the surface of your blanket. So few degrees lower temperature is actually now you feel cold. Because feel cold in your skin, and it's enough. And most men don't wear much clothes on while they are sleeping. And about competitors, that's normally the hardest competitors. That normal blanket, you can get warm with that, but it's not smart. So with this one, you can control your sleeping. You can actually adjust whichever you want it. And normally problem is that you wanna go to sleep when bed is already warm. And then in the morning, if it's normally temperature goes down, so someone wanna wake up in warm, and someone wanted to be cold, that they have to get out of bed. And those other competitors are not smart. They have only one temperature and it's not stopping. So you might feel really hot in the night.
Thank you. Cool. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I've worked with the elderly, and it doesn't matter how many blankets you give, they can't generate their own heat. So having a blanket like this would be quite handy. All right. Next up is Remember Me Not. Okay. If I can find it here. There we are. We have some props. And if I remember, a little bit of acting, so this should be interesting. Okay. Who would like to start with the microphone? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, look what I brought to you. Do you remember me?
The ad is funny, but the upper part of the story is based on my personal experience. I remember my husband's grandma, before she passed away 2 years ago, she had diagnosis with dementia. And dementia actually made her change her personalities from a very sweet, cute grandma to be a grumpy grandma. I'm sure that it's not what she wanted to do, but she couldn't help. So there we are, remember me not. My name is Mary. I'm a PhD student in the universities. According to the statistics, there's over 10 million new cases diagnosed with dementia every year. And every 3 seconds, it might not matter for us, but for them, that's a lot. Because every 3 seconds, there is not one more new diagnosis. Only Finland, we already have 150,000 to 200,000 of people diagnosed with dementia. Imagine, this is almost the number of whole Oulu. And we're talking about only the number of the patient. We're not talking about the family who are suffering in this disease. As you can see, the causes for the countries is really high. From early stage, it's a bit over 16,000 to the latest stage is 72,000. Our applications would like to help them to stay longer on the early stage and the middle stage. So if they don't need to stay in the last stage, it will be really good. So in this week Startup Weekend, we make a problem validation. We ask people who have experience take care with people with dementia. And the most struggle is they don't know how to connect with them. Take care of them is difficult, but mentally struggle even hurts their heart more. So our target market is, first is the family caregivers, which will buy our app and help them to reconnect with the patients and create new memories. And then after we have the product evaluation, we will go to the government and hopefully everyone have diagnosis with dementia, they can enjoy our app.
Thank you. So this will be our prototype, or to say it more precisely, we will be basing our prototype on previous solutions. So right here we see a game of matching where the patient would have to match pictures together, but they are quite not personal. So our idea would be to give them pictures that are actually their memories. Sometimes it would be people, sometimes it would be places, and it can be even foods. There is another game that we came up with just to match the pictures of their loved ones to their names and their roles in the family, to make it easier for people with, who are vision impaired. The app will also say it out loud to make it easier to them. And a lot of other similar solutions we will be building on existing ones, but expanding it in a way to make it more personal to them. As for the costs, we came up with this number, which is looks quite low, but this is because our fixed prices will be. We won't have many things that will require fixed prices, and it will be all internet model. And the idea is to charge 20 euros for the application per month. And this information we have gotten by asking people in the survey, and it was usually about
Okay, now questions.
Thank you very much for your presentation and the acting. You brought the storyline to life, which usually gets a point across there. And you are addressing a market that is becoming even bigger. With an aging population, including, we all face this kind of outcome at some point, and I know from personal experience that working with dementia and working with people who have that is quite hardcore there. You clearly kind of like identified the problem there, and your solution has potential, I would say, but I think you need to kind of like get a bit more data there and a bit more validation in that direction. Nice to see that you have a good roadmap there, that you want to go and continue with this one here. Thank you.
I love the way you pitched the idea. It was really unique. Thank
How many
you.
people get to pitch from a rocking chair? Pretty cool.
And as Jan said here, it's a truly important topic. I'd like to hear more about the validation. What kind of feedback did you receive?
We have validations, interviewed 16 nurses who have experience with taking care of dementia patients from Muistilito. And we also have validations this weekend with people who take care of the dementia patients personally as a family members or as friends. And their opinion is it's sometimes difficult to give them instruction to do things or talk with them. So our idea is through the app is fun, and also their interaction is trained, so they can create new memories together and reconnect. So it will make their life more meaningful before they close their curtain, like their final curtain.
Now Aapi stole my question. I already know that the power of images is good. So showing the images of the family and instead of some flowers or whatever it's okay. So in that sense, I like the idea. But then if we think about the competing way of having just the pictures there, why to put something on an application instead of having concrete images on the wall, for example? What additional things would you put there?
Thank you, very good question. So the images are just a starting example. Of course, we will put their videos and sounds of their family members. For example, in that game that I showed, they would be reading their own names, so they can hear it also. That's the most idea to make it more. Can you repeat? Sorry, John.
What additional to the images?
Are there physical ones, for example? Any type of media would be available to them, and that would make unique than other existing solutions.
Anyone else? Okay, any other comments to you guys? Okay. Thank you so much. I like this rocking chair idea. We need to bring this into popularity. Okay, next up, Hire Hard. Oh yeah. Okay. Sounds fun. Let's see if we can find the slide here. Oh, there it is. One, two, three.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Matthias and this is Larry and we are from Hire Hard. Yippee-ki-yay. Imagine being an employer. You post a simple job ad, entry-level position, part-time as a cashier, and you instantly get 300 applications. Of course, you are already in a rush, so what are you going to do? Cross your fingers, take a guess, hope for the best. That's it, probably. And it's a bit problematic. The job market doesn't have a shortage on talent. It has a shortage on signal. The current state of job markets in Finland is kind of paradoxal. There are more applicants than ever before, but even the entry-level positions are getting harder and harder to fill. So the recruiters are spending time going through 300 applications instead of making good decisions. But fortunately, we have Hire Hard. Excuse me. We are turning messy applications into comparable and structured data. We are providing the employers with an instant ranked shortlist of the best candidates, and the candidates know where they actually fit. So now the employers can focus on making good decisions. How it actually works, you create a profile and our AI structures it in seconds. Then we have comparable data in a structured form, and we can run our state-of-the-art matching engine and match against any job or any candidates and explain why they fit or don't. And this is not an idea anymore. We actually have a working prototype which you can test after this speech. Yeah.
Okay, hello. Our business model is B2B, and where the money comes, every time the employers opens up a new job position in our platform and uses our match system and AI to find right employer for it, they need to pay fees. And in the future, there maybe comes also subscription model. There you can see our market size. Our first customer segments where we're going to focus on is big companies who seek in entry-level positions for working cuts. We have 6-member team. We have 3 technical experts who's building the product and making it the best possible. And also we have 3 business members who's doing the marketing, contact customers and talk to potential investors. Our vision is to become the smartest platform for matching people with the right kind of work. And also our mission is to make hiring more accurate, efficient, and human-centered. Here is our roadmap. At the moment, we'll be building the MVP. We have built it already. And second, we piloted with the companies that we like to work with. And third, we improve the matching model and AI, which from the feedback that we get from the companies. And fourth, we can scale it to different kind of customer segments. Thank you. We are not building some ordinary job market platform. We are building the smartest way to match people and work. It's a good day to hire hard.
Definitely like your slogan, good day to hire hard. Sure, we do have a problem in the hiring market at the moment with only 10% of jobs for 100% of people, so there is a mismatch there. I like how you approach it. I would have loved to see a bit more validation on what kind of data you have gathered, because you already have a prototype there. Would have been nice to see some more data there. Can you explain a bit more about that?
Yes, thank you. So we had to focus entirely on research while doing the validation, because it turns out Saturday is a difficult day to reach out for the employers we are targeting. But yeah, starting tomorrow, we will continue the validation process.
Okay, this is a real problem. However, there is already a company in this field, Allworks, which I was part in already 6 years ago, and they are using the AI to hire people to construction business. Why haven't they gone to everybody? That's the struggle you are going to need. The work unions are going to need. They don't like the idea of AI. They want a person to be involved. The idea is good. I like it, and it works. Like for example, you all have seen the Allworks 4.5 stars. But to get the business, you can get the business, surely. But to get there, try to find the obstacles that are between this good idea and profitable idea. I know that you underestimate the market. Because even for the construction market, it's much higher than what you have there. So the business is there for sure. Try to look at the obstacles so that you don't face them.
Thank you. We are not trying to replace the human aspect in hiring. We are just trying to make the decision making more easier and more efficient. And yeah, these numbers were actually calculated on some jobs, so they didn't show there in the pitch deck, but yeah, the numbers are much bigger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have
Thank you guys for your clear and also fun presentation. You guys chose a really important topic right now here in Finland. I would like to hear how would you acquire your first users to the application? Have you already thought about that?
I like how you guys are just looking at me.
Every day. Yeah, so yeah, it's a chicken egg problem. We have talked about it and thought about it, and probably during the first piloting we have to have some sort of goodwill aspect to bring in the first employers. And when we get the first employers, they bring in the candidates, and the candidates will have their profiles in our platform until they delete.
And the data in your platform. I know that the hiring process, people who are going to apply jobs, lots of obstacles in terms of putting in their data in multiple platforms. How are you counteracting that? Because they have to send out a CV, they have to send out a cover letter, and then they have to put in what is in the CV on the system of some of the companies.
Yes, so this is actually where this idea came from in the first place. When applying for jobs, it's a pain in the ass. You have to fill out 10 different identical forms and write your cover letters and upload your CVs and fill the same information again and again. So the idea is to make it all happen under one roof, so to say, that you wouldn't have to fill those forms ever again once you have them filled with us once. So you could apply with the same profile.
Thank you so much, and I have to say that's one of my favorite business names. It's really good. All right. So next up we have the whistleblower application. Look at these guys with the red. So good.
That's a wrong combination.
3, 2, 1.
When you look this good, people notice you. You feel watched, exposed, insecure, and often left quiet. That is actually what is happening in organizations. The workplace misconduct is being not reported or resolved because people are afraid. They are afraid of revenge, losing their job, or being exposed. That is exactly why we introduced the Custodia. Custodia is a secure and fully anonymous platform for reporting workplace concerns. It is encrypted, AI assisted, and it is designed to resolve cases quickly, safely, and professionally. The goal is simple: make it easier and safe environment for employees to complain and organizations to analyze, assess, and resolve them quickly. This is not only a moral obligation, it is a requirement by EU regulations. If you are a company of 50 employees, you should have a whistleblowing platform. We talk with many employees, and quite surprisingly, they are all only using Google Forms and emails for this. The demand is already there, but the solutions are lagging behind. Behind Custodia, we have a strong team. Sam is our AI and technical expert. I'm Prabhash. I focus on the business and operations. Sam is our finance and marketing guy. And we do extensive research on existing solutions in Europe. And they're missing the bigger picture here. We provide all these features better and with Custodia specialties. We are AI assisted, and we make it very easy for the user experience. And from the organization side, we provide AI to resolve them, organize them, and guide you. Hell yeah, we are up and running, and all our use cases are functional. You just find the company, even the company is not registered with us, you can still file a complaint, and we're going to notify them. File the complaint, get your token, it is encrypted, and it's go back and forth. And the HR will receive this, and your priorities have been already set by AI, and AI even analyze and give you some resolutions, and we get the user feedback as well. The dashboard provides you all the versatile options, how you can tag. We even take care of your spams, and if you have so many tickets, we provide you the immediate findings that you should do. And in Custodia, you can't pretend like anyone. We use PX2 credit data to validate your identity. If you flag anything, we will ask for additional details. Sam?
Yeah, imagine when you want to make a complaint, you might be scared, you might be shaking or something like that. So, but our AI assistant, it can ask follow-up questions and it can create your own story using this kind of a chatbot. So you can talk to it and it will create the story for you, so you don't have to worry about it and you can send it.
And we are selling subscription based on the number of employees. You can't, of course, count it because these are public data. And of course, we have the Custodia specialties, all the AI features. And if you really love your Google spreadsheet and emails, we can build our API into your system. Casper?
So the market is today, 2026, nearly 300 million euros just alone in Europe, and growing over 7% yearly basis. What are the key drivers? Growing regulations globally, especially in European Union, they have all the time declined the quantity of workers where it is mandatory to have a whistleblowing channel. Welfare values are a growing trend. Small companies are adapting faster than ever. Additional services are easy to implement. We are building them all the time with our AI assistant. And how we're gonna enter to the market? We're gonna get a big partner who is gonna help us to accelerate our growth. We get to the already existing big customer base, and therefore we have capabilities of building enterprise solutions.
In our validation, we technically validated all our use cases with actual Finnish company, Kaspas, and we are GDPR compliance, and we are also all the AI Europe Regulatory Act. We will get a subscription of the existing solution, and we have validated everything. And
now we're offering free trial for companies for 1 month. So speak up, stay safe, and blow your whistle!
All right. I was a little worried about that first picture where I was headed, but it was good. All right, any comments?
They made a point.
They did make a point.
It was not for OnlyFans.
Thank you for a very lively presentation of what you are addressing there. And this is definitely something that is not only kind of actual today, it has been in the past in small and medium enterprises especially in family owned businesses where these kind of things can go under. So you are addressing definitely a need there. How did you come about the idea? Any of you have any kind of experience like that you've been kind of like having these things that you're addressing with whistleblower?
Actually, everyone has been going through these things, and I have experienced that the same thing happened in this university. I have seen that, and that person actually had to report that those kind of incidents in LinkedIn. They don't have a platform. We already talked to our university professors, and in our research unit, we are going to implement this one. And they agreed to implement this one in our research unit. And
Yeah, and Casper also have some kind of ideas that
Yeah, I've been working for a long time for different compliance projects, and this was something that I saw that has been implemented least in corporation levels. The regulation is quite new. Just 2023, it was appointed to the companies with 50 personnel or higher, so there's a lot to do.
Thank you. This is after Me Too campaign. This is coming up every day, every year. This is very sensitive area, and one problem with this anonymous information is how to go forward, because you don't have anybody to talk to who has actually given this information. And then the second point is how to avoid the misuse of for example, telling that you are harassing me. I didn't say that. But again, you get my point. Yeah.
So the first question was, if it's Google form or something, you can't go back and forth. It's just one-way communication. Yeah. So in our case, we can go back and forth with the communication. If you need more follow-ups, if you need more information, definitely it's there. And you can also get the user's feedback, and you are allowed to attach more things like images, documentations. And regarding the second question, what was it?
How to avoid misuse.
Yeah, so spamming has been blocked. We are checking all the necessary information that is needed to be processed as an incident. If it's not there, it's flagged as spam automatically. We have just read it's working as a charm. And of course, people can be lying, I understand. In those cases, what we can do is we can flag those kind of things like as a trend, and we can isolate them. That is one use case.
Yeah, according to the regulations, there are requirements to fulfill when you are processing this kind of a complaint or something, and this EU regulations that we showed. And we have trained these AI algorithms using those regulations. So when you are giving a complaint, that the AI system checks if it complies these regulations, and at the same time, it checks if we have the required information to process this complaint. If you don't have the required information, that yes, we can consider it as a spam. And at the same time, the website for the companies, we are verifying their registrations using the credit card information, because the company has to register, first of all, to get complaints. So when they are registering, we are verifying their identity, because we can extract all this company information, business information from this ESG data and PSD2 data.
And also one thing like, we have stuff like, you can't spam using one IP, it's one for 24 hours. Like, if you keep sending same thing again and again, then we can like segregate like, okay, it's the same thing, or if the same IP is doing that, we can stop it as well.
Last comment.
Going along with Esko's comment there is, it's a bit tricky to, when it's anonymous, to kind of like work on these issues. And one thing that you could maybe team up in the future is like utilize what you have here as a platform for kind of like evaluating companies and for people who are wanting to apply for jobs there. I know there's a service in Germany that's called Kununu that does that. They are valued where employees can go in and evaluate their employer.
And even in existing Google Forms and everything,
yeah,
people can spam and
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, next up we have Victor and his team with Subledge. Come over. All right, slides working.
Three, two, one.
When the University of Oulu made me an offer, man, I was super excited because I was coming to Finland. But there was a bit of a problem because I had not secured an apartment yet. And so they put me on this, massive wait list. And my alternatives were basically an expensive private apartment or a hotel, which, boy, I could not afford, of course. So what I really needed in that moment was simply, a temporary apartment that is affordable. And fast forward, when I actually arrived here, it was quite interesting to see that new students and exchange students that were coming into the country were experiencing the same problem, that they have to wait for SOAS to give them an apartment. And you know what the crazy thing is? There were actually empty apartments because some students had actually gone for summer internships or for some seasonal work, and they were also complaining that they are paying double rent, which, when you think about it, would be such a problem. Because now you have, on one end, new students that are looking for that very same apartment, but they have no way to find it. Because right now, if they were trying to find that empty apartment when they come, they have to go through Facebook, which, well, you're gonna have to pray and hope that the stranger on the other end is not going to scam you, definitely. So we sort of like see this as an opportunity, but of course, we didn't want to hallucinate the problem or just try and make up the problem. We had to speak to over 30 students, and it was quite clear that 89% of them, they struggled to find an apartment when they got here. They needed something temporary while waiting for SOAS to give them an offer. And 62% they had to pay, double rent, and nobody wants to do that, especially for students. They will be feeling like, I'm broke, I don't have the money to keep paying for an apartment in Oulu and an apartment in Helsinki at the same time where I'm staying. So after we've done all this and validated, okay, there is a problem and there are people who are willing to sublet their apartment. So what kind of a solution do we actually need to provide, and what kind of value and emotions do we need to trigger and do we need to give to our users, right? And this was very important for us because it wasn't just about building a cool software. We're thinking about, okay, the platform has to establish trust, and the platform needs to feel convenient, and it has to be affordable, right? But what kind of a platform and how exactly would it actually work? So we started working on our MVP, which is basically a centralized digital platform where you can find these listings. It can work on your mobile phone, it can work even on your laptop. But how exactly would it actually work? So for you as the primary tenant, when you have your empty apartment, you can just list it for free and you can provide all the availability that's needed. And for you as the renter, all you have to do is to browse and be able to book and pay when you have easily found the apartment that you are looking for. And it was very important that we deliver this security, this convenience through verified emails because this platform is meant for students, so it was important that security and safety is embedded. Don't take my word for it. After we just built the MVP, you can see we have 13 listings already, and we even got an inquirer asking for an apartment. So this is a problem that's clear. And since we are focusing on students, we are hoping that annually we can have 300 to 500 bookings, and we'll be able to at least reach our target. Of course, our initial focus is on students. And in terms of the business model, this is going to be commission-based, where we can charge the primary tenants, the one who has the apartments that are empty. They can pay a commission of 3.5% when they find on a successful contract, and for the renters, it will be 8%. Our competitive advantage is that initially, as we are focusing on students, we are going to make use of emails only strictly for the university, and through digital contracts, we will be able to establish a clear accountability and liability in case something goes wrong. And our roadmap is quite clear. We start in Oulu, building for the students, and acquiring our first 100 customers, and after that, then we can establish and partner with universities. This is our amazing team, and you can scan the QR code to test our platform. Thank you.
Now you can breathe.
Timing was impeccable.
Timing was really good. Let me just take a picture of that QR code there.
Uh-oh. Did you see the sweat coming?
I know.
Addressing a real market, a real problem that I know and have heard of from many students, because I work with students and have been working with students for a couple of years, and I know this is definitely something that is not only here in Oulu but anywhere else. I see a bit of a problem from the contract legality when you do the subletting and so on. This is something that I would like you to dive into deeper and kind of like cover all your bases there, right? Our question is like, would you compare yourself like as an Airbnb for student flats?
Hi, thank you for the question. First of all, we like to set us apart from Airbnb. We are not another Airbnb. We are sublet, and that's going to stay as far as we go. We are not going to be another Airbnb because Airbnb is not affordable for students and for short-term stayers. So that's the shortest answer I can do.
Market penetration. How are you going to do it? How to get the customers?
So the market, as you see, in the last 24 hours, we already have 13 listings without even like going out for without any advertisements or anything. But we are targeting like word of mouth and marketplaces and student groups first, and we are going to partner with the universities directly so that we become the trusted first source of housing. So that becomes our first. That becomes the first source of the target group and how we approach the students. And as we see in the roadmap, we are not going to have only students in the our user group. We are going to also have summer workers and seasonal workers who are also looking for like their seasonal apartment search.
Arthur, did you have any questions?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for your presentation and great job doing the validation here and finding an actual problem. So my question is that what is your secret sauce? So what will you do that no one copies you?
I would love for somebody to copy us because I want somebody to ask us, why are you not the next sublet? So that would be the positive working model for us. But where we set apart is nobody is doing subletting, yet they just have a house, apartment lease or a rental option. We as far as we've seen Finland, nobody in Finland does subletting as a separate option. So that's our USP as of now, and we try to go with that until then, not explore only into the housing and rental platform. Thank you.
All right, any other comments? Thank you. This is great. Actually, when Victor was doing his pitch, he was absolutely terrified, but I think he nailed it. So, very good.
He has another one coming up next week.
Oh, another pitch. Is he pitching again?
Yeah, I think
Whoa.
so.
Looks like we got somebody who can replace me as the polar bear, maybe. Nice. Okay, and last, most certainly not least, is digital independence. Let's load your slide. His slides are so big, I have to open them separately. All right, let's see if we can find it. Ville, right?
No, not that one, the other one.
The
new one.
There's a newer one, let's see.
The final iteration.
Below. Board from the, fixed from the bottom. Below.
That one.
This one. Thanks, guys. I think I need that eye app. happens when you get really good.
You're too excited, Jason.
Yeah, I am.
We're already scaling.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. Here we go.
Check, check.
And the last one. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, good to see you here. We're here to talk about digital independence. What is it and how are we going to reclaim it? And most importantly, why? Let me tell you a story about this guy. His name is Nicolas Gouleau. He is a judge, French judge, works for the International Criminal Court. Last August, his life changed quite a lot because while he was working at his daily job, he had to issue an arrest warrant to the guy called Benjamin Netanyahu. What happened was that then the United States did not like that decision, so they put sanctions on this guy. The sanctions was a pretty harsh decision from this guy's point of view because he was unable to reach all of his digital normal services like banking, email, cloud services, and so forth. That's pretty bad. And imagine that that could happen to any organization, whether it's government or company. That's pretty scary. That's something that technically can happen. And that is why we currently do not enjoy digital independence. So, who cares? Quite a lot of people seem to do. We contacted through questionnaire and few interviews some key people who are in charge of their organization's ICT procurements, and based on those findings, they were pretty worried. And the reason they hadn't acted on that concern is that they didn't know about the alternatives. So this is where we come in. We first provide the evaluation of digital independence and the roadmap to digital independence of our customers. Then we implement the roadmap. Talking about the evaluation, first we evaluate the situation. What is the degree of customers' digital independence? Then we provide the roadmap to digital independence, and then we analyze how much does that cost. After that, that is for the technical folks, but the non-technical people here, don't worry. In our software solution, on daily basis, there is not much change. The icons may change. Your email might go from Outlook to Proton, from Amazon Web Services, the cloud, to UpCloud, just to give an example. So, our prospects, they confirmed this is important. They need the roadmap and they value the certainty over anything. I mean, the risk that somebody could just plug all of your operations off, that's quite bad. So, how do we money? First, we get, at the early stage, we get money from analyzing from the evaluation part. And then we get the money from the evaluation, and we also learn about the technical stuff which we can use in the R&D work. And then we go to the crux of our business model, which is the service. We provide the extremely scalable and global solution in which the customers don't need to rely on American closed software, instead with European cloud and open software. And we get monthly billing there and also money for setting things up. The size of the market is huge. We are first targeting the small enterprises that contract to the public sector, but eventually our customer could be any organization. So, just to give a hint, for example, in Finland there are approximately 3,000 companies, small enterprise companies, that do subcontracting to public service. They handle a lot of sensible data, and because of that, they are they have really good use for this digital independence. That's why we think they are the first customers, but eventually I think this solution could apply to everyone. So, who are we? We are 5 guys with expertise and university education in the field of computer science and engineering with varying expertise. Thank you so much for hearing our story, and let's reclaim the digital independence together.
Excellent. Oh, here comes the team. All right.
Thank you guys. Really addressing a thing that many people are thinking about and maybe not speaking out loud, because it is a problem. We are too dependent of the US big platforms, big providers there. And finding a digital independence from there is something that we need here in Europe, so well spotted. In regards to the customer validation, I think you have different kind of roadmaps there. There was the evaluation, no, you have the validation, you need a bit more validation from a broader base of customers or clients there. Not only Finland, but I think Europe. And this is something that could unify Europe as a whole there if you come up with a good solution there. I think you have a couple of angles there for making money. How money was quite good, but there's a roadmap, there's as well the solution of like keeping them independent and so on. So you are onto something big there. Thank you very much for bringing that to the attention. I wish you all the best of luck. Your journey doesn't stop here.
Thank you for your presentation. I gotta say, I personally like the way you pitched your idea, so thank you for that. You had a truly interesting topic and an interesting example you had right in the beginning. I started to think, could you tell us about the competition here in Finland or overall, about the competition?
Thank you for the comments and questions. About the competition, of course, our biggest competition most of the time is Microsoft and Amazon Web Services, Google, and those kind of small players.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Microsoft.
Yeah, but then in the niche of this digital sovereignty and like providing this workstation as a service kind of thing from Linux and open source. There we don't have currently competition. There are no people, for example, in Finland who provide this sort of service. So it's pretty new. Thank you.
They're trying. It is their own way.
Okay. This is important area. This is pretty much consulting service. So it's business to business, and it's very hard to scale. So do you have any plans to make some tools or something that makes it a little bit easier to scale in the future? Because you are only a few now, and still the market is there. This was my first question. My second question is regarding the key market. Have you already identified which businesses in Finland are your first customers?
Thanks a lot for the questions. Scaling, yeah, we've thought about it a lot. We're only 5 people, but then again, all the companies, they like, their systems are different, but they're the same. So there's usually nothing special. Maybe some quirks. Of course, there's always going to be some edge cases that are going to take away our weekends and our sleep. But in general, they're going to be so similar that we are confident we will be able to make tools that streamline the process a whole lot. And of course, when we make money, we can get people and it's going to scale us up organically.
The automation tools already exist.
And one thing is that when we are like looking at here, of course, this is the consultation part, the evaluation. That indeed is like that's not very scalable. You have to hire more people. But then this how we manage the workstations, how we build the migrations of those, that is scalable technical solution.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Digital pharmacy. I'm the American stand-up guy, I'll tell you what.
You are European now.
I'm European now, I've been here 20 years. So they're probably in Finland. Okay. Now, nobody go running home? No, it's not over yet.
Not yet.
We gotta find out who is next. But before that, we're gonna have the judges deliberate, and I want to give a big thank you to the teams. Let's give them a hand, please. As the slide says, congratulations, you did it. I had two people that walked by me after the presentation. They said, "I'm still alive." Two. So yes, it was a difficult challenge. One thing that's really cool seeing this over the years is that the adoption of AI has made it so that we can develop, test, and expand much greater than we thought before. And I am, as a developer, have a very different role now. Not only can I develop quickly, but I also start to need to make marketing decisions, feature decisions, and understand where the application should go. Suddenly, your managers and your bosses, who are usually the ones poking the developer, it's actually the other way around. The developer gets to poke the manager and say, "What's next? What am I supposed to do here?" So there's a great opportunity for growth. And these ideas, just in a weekend, have grown so much. So, as we move forward, I want you to think about what you learned, not only from these pitches themselves, but through the experience of going through this. What can you take away from this and expand into your next big ideas? I've done previously 8 different startups, and I absolutely enjoy it. In fact, at one point I thought, no, I'm done, I'm stopping. And then I started another one. So that's how it goes with the startup industry. You're working on new ideas all the time. You look at the world very differently. And I hope that this experience has helped you with that. So a quick thank you. What we'll do is the quick thank yous and then let you guys deliberate if that's okay. First off, to our organizing team, let's give them a big hand. I think Curtis in particular has been really nice and patient with me, and along with everyone else. And it's really great to see all the different areas that we come from coming together to make this event happen. Our mentors, who you met yesterday, and some of them are here today. Could we give them a hand, please? Our mentors really sacrificed their time. I know that many of them had kids, and here it is on a Saturday, they come in and work with you guys. And they grind through those ideas really hard. And last, our volunteers. Let's give them a hand. The volunteers have done a great effort here. And it's nothing cooler than being one of the organizers and being able to point and say, hey, can you go and take care of this? And they go quick, hard, and fast. And I really appreciate that. All right. And last, to our judges, thank you so much for being here. It's fun to see the wide variety of people here in the judges panel, young and old, and really cool to hear their experience and how they've even changed over the last years. Okay, so what I'll do is let these guys deliberate. They have a room to go to. Okay, you're going to guide them. So follow this beautiful woman to the room. Okay. Yes, I'll join very shortly.
Okay, just follow me.
Yeah, I'll be there in just a few seconds. All right, a quick shout out to our local partners. Thank you so much for them. Be sure to look them up if you don't know who they are. We have our global sponsors. Some of them we know, some of them we don't. But in particular, take a look at Google. They have some great programs for startups. There's the link as well, cloud.google.com/free, and you're going to get $300 credit. All right, well, maybe not the digital sovereignty ones, I don't know. All right, so what comes next after all this? I think that's where I will leave you guys to take a quick break, and we will meet back here. I will make an announcement, and we'll gather again to talk about the winners.
Let's go for a while.
We're going to talk through the slides.
So, hello everyone. While we're waiting for the judges just to deliberate, we're going to talk through some different services here in Oulu. So, if you need to go to the bathroom or whatever, you can go. But hi, I'm Curtis. I've been walking around throughout the weekend. So, I'm the lead organizer and license holder, and I'm the president of the Founders of Oulu. So we're a recent association that was set up from founders that have been through events like this, and we're going to set up more events in the future. And the whole idea is that we're kind of helping people move forward in the community of Oulu. We see that startups in the community is better as a whole, and we want to help, continue doing that. So for the two different types of people in the room, so people who want to carry on working on startups, really want to talk to you after this, see what they want us to do next, and get lots of feedback of kind of the events, activities of what you want from us. And then for people such as business Oulu representatives and anybody who kind of is on a bigger scale, we want to talk to you as well, see what you recommend that we can do for our next event and for future activities. So I'll be floating around after. If you've got any feedback, come and talk to me. And I would like to talk to everyone, please. So thank you and good work. This was great.
Here's an example of the Oulu startup ecosystem in a nutshell last year. As you can see, we have plenty of different events, spaces, programs, help to support research, commercialization, test labs, and of course, funding for Oulu-based startups. So please check this out from startupoulu.com. Business Corner Linnanmaa, where we currently are, also offers you plenty of support. No matter if you're a student, entrepreneur, or just an individual who would like to build a new startup. We offer 2 separate programs. Founders Corner, where you can build a digital startup from scratch. And then we have started a new AI incubator where you can turn your AI idea into a working business in the span of 9 months. They are currently taking applications for their September cohort. So apply now and you can join us next September. Of course, we offer plenty of different kinds of support. Our startup mentors are there waiting for you in that space next door every Wednesday between 9:30 and 11:30, and you can get mentorship and sparring for your startup or business idea. We have a vibrant community of over 150 Business Corner members who use that space. And the space serves as the home base for Oulu Entrepreneurship Society, which is a student-led entrepreneurial society. OAMP offers proof of concept funding for OAMP students and staff up to 5,000 euros per scalable business idea. So all of the OAMP students, heads up, you might be eligible for our proof of concept funding. If you are a university student, however, Ville can talk a bit more about how university students can get the proof of concept funding. And of course, we organize plenty of fun events such as Startup Weekend. So check this out from our website. All right, I would like to give the stage to Ville next. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ville, and this is going to be very brief, since also Anna mentioned the proof of concept funding. If you have some connection to the university, so meaning if you're a student or if you're working, we are the right people to talk to. And especially if you're a student, I am the best person to talk to about these topics. What is the Innovation Center? It's basically the technology transfer office of the University of Oulu, so all the patenting, inventions and these kind of things, turning ideas into something and supporting this run is done there. And very happily connecting with the rest of the local ecosystems and collaborating a lot with these different organizations. For researchers, it's up to 50,000 euros, by the way, the proof of concept fund, so might be interesting. So, thank you.
Okay, I don't have a slide, but I have a pitch for you guys. Hello, my name is Veera Mahagato, and we found out that the problem is Oulu has hundreds of entrepreneurs, inspiring entrepreneurs with great ideas, but they might not know where to go next, what to do, how to get funding, how to go global. So, our solution, Business Oulu, is here to provide free mentoring for all the founders on the area of Oulu from our 40 plus experts. We also do events such as Startup Express Fest, which is coming up on 7th of May. You are all welcomed. And we do free incubators such as Startup Express. You can hear more information about that from one of our judges, Jan Smith. So reach out to Jan if you are looking to continue your journey. And I'm really looking forward to see all of our teams in the Startup Express in next autumn. Here at the Business Oulu, our aim is to create nice atmosphere here in Oulu to all entrepreneurs to succeed, and we are focusing for the whole journey from establishing the business all the way to hiring people and going global. So what I need from you guys is that you reach out to me after this event, and together we make sure that your business is up and running sooner than later. Also, one thing from Business Owl you might not know, one more problem we have been noticed is that marketing might be hard for entrepreneurs. To solve that problem, we have created our own learning environment called Business Asema Studio, where you can find all kinds of audiovisual equipments where you can learn how to do product photographs, how to do social media videos, and how to record a podcast, all with the help of our experts like me. We are there to help you. You can learn, you can try out, and you can make your business succeed. So join me with Business Oulu. Thank you.
Thank you, Vera. Definitely feel free to reach out to any of us in the after party. And now it's time for certificate ceremony. Yay! Round of applause to yourselves. Like, amazing job, guys. For completing Startup Weekend Oulu. Alrighty, so Rista here will help me hand out the certificates. If you want, you can clap at the end, or if your hands don't get tired, you can clap in between. However, I will try to make this very swift. First up, Lauri Alavursula. Congratulations. Kalle Asmundi. Congratulations. Rattava Cherikundi. Congratulations. Käpi Dahlström. Congratulations. Nuan Daskamayake. Congratulations. Samera Kamali. Congratulations. Petros Geberban. I think Petros already left. We'll make sure to give him back. Julian Gunter. Or is it Julian?
That's not.
Congratulations. Matthias Hauler. Congratulations. Johan. Congratulations. Ville Hockinen. Saku Hyry. Congratulations. Abdul Maiden. Congratulations. Pratapa Chandra Kaimal. Not here. Evgenia Karpa. Siolai Kappinen. Abhijit Kokkanjali. Juha Kovanen. Congratulations. Ville Kujala. Kavinda Kulasine. Congratulations. Victor Kwangi. Almost got two certificates. Congratulations. Pablo Prado. Congratulations. Joel Langström. Jakob. Sam Lu. Congratulations. Shweta Mudalia. Shweta probably had to leave, but we'll make sure she gets that. Ikonen. Congratulations. Nadim Old. No Nadim. Prakash Ratanyake. Congratulations. Nagar Prasad Sama. Congratulations. Ram Tapka. There we go. Congratulations. Maximilian Scherer. That's right. Well, congratulations to him. Kasper Dirk.
Thank you.
Ben left already, but I'll make sure to give him this. Niranjan Tregi. Niranjan? Okay. Nipuna Suduela. Congratulations. Jagventan. Okay. And in case you have the opportunity to meet these people afterwards and hand these to them, you can definitely do so. I would appreciate that. Leevi Takanen. Congratulations. Markku Taubinen. Congratulations. Tuutran Taibi. Congratulations. Arnold Ujasi. Samita Gunaratne. Samita. Okay, maybe their team member can give that to them. Sri Gabr. Not here. Amr Etham. Am I mispronouncing this? Amr Etham? Anyone? No? Shweta, I have your certificate here. I will give it to you in a sec. Yifei Chen. Okay, maybe they're having a break right now. Okay, that's it from my part. I think because we still have time, the judges are making a very hard decision. Would it be a good time to take group photos? What do you think, Oscar? Amazing idea! If you could help me move out those seats, we can get
let's move in the background there.
Or that's very reasonable suggestion, yeah. So we can take
Thank you.
Ready to roll.
Okay. Now for the big reveal. We have everyone here. Could we have a little bit more quiet? Quiet now, okay. All right. So before we do this, I forgot to thank two more people. Nina and Emily gave some wonderful teachings these last 2 days, and I'd like to give them a wonderful hand. Let's look for the handsomest one in the back. He's right there. And yeah, now he's turning red. And all right. And so without further ado, I know you guys have been waiting to see these results. I will hand the mic over to Jan, who will deal with the winners.
Thank you very much, Jason, and thank you very much for you all being here. I know 54 hours is quite intense, and I think you have all been learning something. Who hasn't learned anything? Okay, hands are down, that's fine. Actually, we should congratulate ourselves as city and the universities, because this is the 10th year that we have had Startup Weekend here in Oulu. And I remember that I've been involved with the first Startup Weekend when we had Business Kitchen back in the town. So that's been like 10 years ago, and that was quite exciting. And ever since, I've been hooked and being part of it somehow. You've all built something incredible this weekend. I've seen a lot of good quality of ideas and solutions. However, there can only be 3 winners. And we have been looking at like the performance, how you validated that, how you actually were kind of like presenting your idea as well. And we made as well the connection to how much likely is it that you, with your idea, are going to make money? Because all 3 of us, we are business people, we are entrepreneurs. So from that point of view, we have like pushed that in there. But without further ado, team number 3, Api, it's to you to present team number 3.
All right. Do I get on the stage?
Yeah,
Sure, please. You are important to us.
Thank you. All right. This was a tough one, really. You all had done a great job today. Thank you for that. Before announcing the third place, some notes from here. The topic was truly important, and there was an actual problem which was addressed really well. The homework had been done really good and validating the idea. We also appreciated the idea of utilizing gamification on the platform. The presentation was really clear and calm. So, number 3, Thought IQ.
Cool. One more hand. I don't think they ain't talking no trash. These guys know what they're doing. Wonderful stuff. Cool. There we get our pictures. I have learned I have to wait for this. It's a thing. Okay. Thumbs up? We're good? All right. Thank you guys.
Then there were tools. Now, good business solves a problem, like the one that was number 3. But the really good business solves a pain point. Something that is really causing pain to a person or other company. And when you can solve this pain point, and even if there are a lot of these, that's a very good company. And number 2 actually solves 2 pain points. It solves the problem of losing some money, and it also solves the problem of not having to sleep under a boat. So, number 2, Sublet.
We should do like a total and absolute silence.
This is the Finnish way, no smiling.
Oh. Good job, guys.
All right.
Well, and it falls to me, because I have the big frame here, to announce the first place. But before I do that, I would invite you all to come to the Startup Express program in the autumn. We only have 2 more groups to go, the autumn and next spring. I would love to see as many of you, because I know on the Startup Weekend not everybody who has an idea comes through with the idea, because that's just the concept of the Startup Weekend. So, you know where to find it. Startup Express, Oulu, it comes up first in the Google search there. So please apply for it as a team member with an idea, doesn't matter. But place number 1 was for the 3 of us, for the 3 judges, kind of like a given. Well, not a given, but we were kind of quickly agreeing on this is something that we think is a valuable idea, is a valuable business idea as well. And To me, for many, many years, it has always been Europe first. So, without further ado, the first place goes to Digital Independence. You're going to have office spaces at Technopolis, which you can utilize, and the details is what Hanna is going to fill you in, I think.
Yeah.
And someone else has that. But the decision why we chose that is because you have something that many, many companies want, that many, many people in Europe want. We want to have a more stronger kind of internet presence or digital presence here from Europe rather than being dependent on the Americas. So well done to you. I know it will take time before we scale, but no, Rome wasn't built in one day either. So, you know, take it one step at a time, right?
We'll try.
And the pictures now?
Yeah.